I'm better than Nisha. Feels good, man.
I'll walk over there right now.
I could literally switch over and increase your chance of winning.
Wow.
I could do it, honestly.
I think that is the definition of arrogance right there. We just got to prove it. Great. All right, Brew.
Okay, Brew. It's a classic counter against Lone Druid.
Explain that one to me.
Brew is not doing too well this tournament so far, though. Is it the first time we see Brew today? And before today, it was 13 games picked, 38% win rate.
It's not too bad. But Brew is good because...
38.
That sounds pretty bad.
That's pretty bad.
Sorry, Bulldog, continue.
Thank you. Well, usually you get Radiance pretty much every game on Lone Druid. And the bear doesn't buy BKB, so you just cycle him the entire fight.
Okay.
Permanently. And he's a very sad bear.
That is pretty true.
Bear on bear violence. Who would have thought this day would come?
We have had enough bear violence in one day.
Not today on National Panda Day. Please leave these pandas alone. All right, our last pick's coming out here. We do have our mid. We have potentially our supports. We have whatever Lone Druid is in this game.
And I maybe play him as a range still. It's still kind of viable, but it's not the greatest anymore. I just have a hard time seeing Nisha buying the Radiance build. Doesn't fit him at all. I'm a little bit worried because they have Razor and Brewmaster, which are kind of the two traditional counters as well, so a bit scared here.
That's a ballsy pick indeed. They are risking their gigantic win streak on this Lone Druid's back.
Yep.
Scary.
And they probably just, I mean, there's no way you last pick Puppey here, or there has to be Sai hero. What does Sai want to play?
He probably wants to play Pango, but he can't. But that's what he wants.
He cannot play that. He has to ban something out first as well.
Yep.
And they got plenty of time to think about what to do here in the 1002nd games of Puppey and Secret.
Gracious.
Goodness gracious.
They banned all the carries. There are no carries left. Okay, Pio.
Pio banned
Pio is a hero. It used to be a hero.
Yeah. So what do we still have left? That is actually Juggernaut.
That's what
comes to mind.
Yeah, we have seen a lot of Ursa, but I'm not sure how we link up in this one. I mean, they have so many ways to move around on these teams.
Yeah, you got the fear, the swaps, the lifts.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to be an Ursa this game.
No.
It's not good. Some people running some Sven and some Dusa, though.
True.
You get a nice Blink Dagger Sven. That could potentially work.
How greedy do you have to be in this game? What do you think?
The Vici gaming?
Yeah, for that core.
I don't know. I don't think you need to be that greedy.
2 seconds. Woo!
There's no heroes left. I don't know. I'm lost.
They ban
Maybe there's a Doom for Sai.
Or they can always go back to picking it. There's the Dusa, nice cold slacks. They can always go back to Sai on the Venge.
Yeah, then you last pick position 5 for Puppey.
Yeah.
The least impactful player.
But it would be a gotcha pick. They could still go back for the Keeper of the Light.
Oh my.
And Mana leaked the Medusa. Yeah, that's true.
Afraid not anymore, my friend.
No. Too bad, so sad.
So yeah, I'm never a big fan of the super carry Venge though.
I mean, you can always go for the anti-major. What else is something that burns mana? What is something that maybe wants a diffusal blade? Is it Mirana time?
Oh my, that's been a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
Read his lips. Read his brain.
Be quiet and we can listen. Actually, RTK is talking way too loud. I wouldn't be able to hear.
He's screaming over there. I can't hear anything. It's deafening.
I really... Oh, there it is.
Wow.
An anti-major. Oh, well, good. Because there's no way Nisha plays a Lone Druid, so...
All right. Nisha will play the anti-mage then.
Okay, there we go. Woo, direct 2 last picks countering each other. The classic battle of Dusa v anti-mage here today. Exciting.
Yep.
Is it though? Because traditionally those two aren't the most exciting ones to go up against each other.
I mean,
will it be another back and forth battle like
previous? The final clash is exciting. I'll say that.
Well,
All right,
we've seen
Bulldog.
time and time again that Nisha always gets complete free from, and if he does that on AM, the game is going to be almost impossible for the enemy. And I mean, I feel much better now. If there was Nisha Lone Druid, I'd say definitely Vici wins, but now I feel calm again. Secret got this easily.
That's a good point made by current Bulldog, but I'm going to agree with past Bulldog, who said that AM moves a little bit too slow. I think in this game, Medusa has a lot of valuability in the mid game, in the early game. AM not so much. Feel like I might be out of their league on this one. I'm
Medusa
actually
is a snail, though. It's literally a snail.
She's literally a Gorgon snake, not a snail. So I'm going to...
Snakes can move deceptively.
Snake and snails are pretty much the same thing.
I would never dare go up against YapzOr's Rubik. I don't know why Slex does that.
That is a bad
So I'm going for Secret. Yeah.
Oh, no.
There you go. Now, game 1, they absolutely nailed it. Let's see if they can do the same thing for game 2. It's Moxie and Gods.
So what do you think, Gods? Is this going to be a easy 2-0 going out for the side of Secret, or do you think Vici Gaming is going to be able to come online a little bit faster than that AM?
21 wins in a row is a lot. Team Secret have been on a tear. Everything I think, says this should be a 2-0. But Vici Gaming, they looked very resilient in game 1. They looked like they were on pretty close to even footing. And I gotta say, Medusa is kind of a slow-ish hero, but you do hit this kind of 20-minute time with Medusa where you get 1, maybe 2 big items, and you can push before AM is ready to fight. So I think Vici Gaming have ways to take this game.
All right, well, we're gonna find out for sure. I'm pretty excited. I do enjoy a good YapzOr Rubik.
Yes, that's always a treat. YapzOr, definitely one of the premier Rubik players out there. And this game, some good spells to steal as well. The Nyx, most of his kit. The Brewmaster split, of course, fantastic as well. So there is some stuff out there for him. I think what I'm most looking out for right now is whether or not Nisha's lane is actually going to be contested. I feel like the last 5 games of Secret I've watched, Nisha just doesn't get contested all in lane. And he's playing an anti-mage, one of the heroes that should be easiest to contest in lane. So please, Vici Gaming, give him a hard time.
I was about to agree with that for sure. And we also heard, just dropping the items, having a good time over there, showing what's up to Yang. But yeah, we mentioned that in game number 1. We heard Bulldog mention it. Just Nisha gets way too much out of his lane. And that's a big problem, especially when it's someone like an anti-mage. So do see some posturing coming out from the side of Vici. I'm not sure if they're going to continue to keep this many people up top or what the plan is, but definitely do not want to allow him to get too much out of his lane. And the same thing goes, though, with mid 1 on that OD, right? He became very farmed. It was a huge problem.
Yeah,
we watched him just obliterate 2 heroes all at once with that Sandy's Eclipse.
This time he's going bottom, and I don't think Vici Gaming know this yet. They saw the bear bottom, the spirit bear that is, but they didn't see the lone druid himself, who's going to be going mid. So they want the lone druid versus Medusa mid matchup, and that's where lone druid CS-wise should do very well and win that CS battle, particularly at the early levels. And we'll see OD playing in the tri-lane.
So this is interesting that they're going to just leave Nisha alone then.
Yeah, he's gonna struggle a bit. I think they were hoping to maybe see him get a 1v1 against Brewmaster, because what may end up having to happen is Oracle may have to TP bottom to secure this bottom lane.
We did see someone did just TP out that they're not going to leave him alone. I think that's very, very smart, because I think it's just a little bit too difficult to be a solo anti-mage here.
Yeah, it's something that often happen. You just send 3 heroes to a lane to secure bounty runes, and once you have those bounty runes, you say, well, we don't need a tri-lane. We're just going to TP on up, and Puppey's now going to be the lane securer.
Is this necessarily strong enough to prevent any sort of really hard harass on Nisha, though? Because you don't really think of a Vengeful Spirit as being one of those heroes that...
It's okay, because Vici Gaming's lane is not the scariest. Like, this Oracle Brewmaster is not absolutely brutal. This Drunken Brawler, though, does allow Yang to trade right clicks with Nisha very effectively, as we're seeing.
Do get a slight pause here. It's going to be a little bit scary for Puppey too, right? Because Fade eventually is going to get those Purifying Flames, and we're going to start seeing that nuke damage coming out negated with, of course, the Q just purging it off. So
yeah, level 3 Oracle can very easily and quickly find kills up here. Level 1 is where Secret, as you can see with Puppey on the Venge with Wave of Terror, does some good right-click harass, but that lane equilibrium will swing back the way of Vici Gaming as they get some more experience.
I think we should see a fairly calm start like we did in that last game, and then I'm sure it will all ramp up exponentially, especially when you consider how calm game number 1 was in the beginning, and then the total chaos and mayhem that broke out later on. Yeah,
it's that kind of farming stalemate of the lanes into absolute teamfight havoc. This game, a lot less in the way of teamfight. Secret have 3 farming cores, none of which add a whole lot in the way of team fight outside of a Sanity's Eclipse, but you know, Rubik, Brewmaster, there will be, I think, much more of this kind of death ball style where Vici Gaming will be looking to barrel down towers using the Brew split as well as the Medusa, and Secret's going to look to counteract that with some split push. So this may be a game with a little bit less in the way of, you know, 90-second long team fights that we had last game, but still should be very aggressive, just in a different style.
Sounds good to me, either way.
Yeah. So far you can see the Lone Druid mid being very effective, winning that CS battle against Medusa quite handily. Medusa, until you get maybe a few more points in that Mystic Snake, does kind of struggle to get last hits and really ideally needs like a second Wraith Band to truly contest the farm.
There's not too much that they can do down here in terms of just trying to push back mid one at this point, so.
Yeah, he's not farming all too well though. You can see Razor 13-4 to the OD 6-3. So while they can't bully mid one out of the lane, what they can do is just, you know, much like the Lone Druids winning the CS battle mid, that's what Razor's going to do bottom. There's not really any heroes that can lane against the Razor this game.
It does look like they're able to keep Nisha down just a little bit right now. He's about neck and neck over here with the with the Brewmaster on the top lane. So that's got to feel a little bit better. Obviously, you know, Anti-Mage can eventually take off with that farm, so you have to be very, very aware of that.
Yeah.
But not allowing him to get quite as much as he would like as the last game when we saw him barely touched.
Experience-wise, there is a bit of a Secret advantage up here. The Oracle's still just level 2, while both of Secret's heroes, well, actually, no, Venge also level 2, but the Oracle hitting level 3 is kind of going to be the key timing for them. So until that Oracle hits level 3, there isn't really that big, scary kill threat up top.
A little bit of trading going on here between DY and YapzOr.
Maroon's coming up, and DY wants it. It's not even
going to be there. It's going to be top, and then it's going to be an Arcane Rune.
Yeah.
You know, just posturing, showing who's who, who's boss.
Exactly. Forces out the mango. YapzOr wins that one.
There you go. Forces him to eat his fruit.
Yeah.
Top lane again, just constantly trading off these hits with Nisha. No mana left on him whatsoever.
Yeah, we'll probably see some small skirmishes over some bounty runes soon, but it'll be just like we saw at that bottom room where it's just like the supports, you know, trying to throw stuns at each other to get these bounty runes. There isn't really any big crazy ganks that are possible until Nyx hits like level 6 with Vendetta, so unless like aggression comes out from like the Oracle we keep mentioning. Or
no, we talk about this though. Yeah. It looks like Fade might be in for some trouble. They're gonna turn around. Puppey though, he's gonna be all right, and they'll find first blood on Fade. Young not going to be able to do enough damage, especially because Puppey is getting healed up. And there's the magic missile coming through. Nisha still hot on his heels. He wants this kill. Will blink forward. Needs one more hit. And it's actually going to be Puppey who finds it with that wave of terror.
Yeah, they kill both. Oracle does TP back in to grab a bounty rune, but what fantastic play coming out. Secret hitting their levels. You know, the level 3 in Oracle's scary, but the Venge with 2 points in the magic missile and AM... No boots even, just a ring of health. I feel like those kills should not be going the way of Team Secret. Vici Gaming just kind of overstaying their welcome a little bit in this top lane and trying to push their heroes too much to the limit. Get punished for it.
Well, they're probably feeling like they need to put that pressure down on Nisha, but there's definitely a right way to do it. And a way where you just get too impatient, where you're like, oh, are we doing enough? Are we doing enough? No, let's be aggressive. And then, you know, sometimes it just slips right through your fingers.
I'm sure in your head you're like, oh, it's an AM. He can't kill me. Like, he's got no boots. He doesn't have the early treads like some AMs go. He can't touch me. But Venge, magic missile into wave, and AM blinks on you. The 2 right clicks is maybe all you need. And Nisha now with an early Wraith Band, actually, you know, going for some early stat items just to give him a stronger lane. You get off to this good start and you're going to be in this 2v2. We're not going to see early rotations too much, so he wants to get these early laning items.
Zai's having a great time over in that mid lane. He's got 31 last hits, but 13 denies against the Deuce, and that's going to hurt her quite a bit.
Medusa has caught up, at least in terms of last hits, hitting 30 now. I believe some of those probably neutrals, since Medusa can access that medium camp fairly easily, but the denies does give Lone Druid a bit of an edge.
You see that little bit of who's who over there with that last creep. Nisha wanted to go and get the denial off, so just stared at each other a little bit wave for a minute. Fun stuff for sure. Puppey making a rotation though.
Yang could be in some trouble here.
Yes. Got a bottle on him, but they do have the wave of terror. They've got that magic missile.
Yeah, and with the wand charges, you can pop the wand and instantly Drunken Brawler, although it does look like he might be getting gone on here. Yeah, it pops the wand with the Drunken Brawler to get out. As long as you've got 3 wand charges, that's 45 mana, so you can get the instant mana into Drunken Brawler and then you're unkillable. But without the wand charges, you have to be a little bit more careful.
I'm sure he's going to be a little bit more cautious after the double kill that just occurred in that top lane.
Yeah.
Be able to just put a little bit more pressure over here onto YapzOr as he's trying to pull the lane off.
And the lanes were all across the board going fine for Vici. CS-wise, every core hero was farming. Until those kills happened, I think they would have been fairly happy with the laning stage. Unfortunately, once again, it's, Nisha, his laning is just so incredibly strong. And, kudos to the supports. He's playing an anti-mage. It's the team cohesion, something Mid1 talked about in his post-game interview yesterday. Everyone on Secret just seems to be on the same page, and they're just winning their lanes, even when they don't have, like, hero advantages in lane.
Did see a smoke get picked up on YapzOr, so I'm not sure if we're going to see some sort of movement come out, maybe some more aggression. Does feel like Mid1 feels fairly confident down here right now. Not necessarily top of that net worth, but nice lift there. YapzOr grabs himself that invis. I'm sure they're telegraphing that to everyone now.
Yeah.
Beware.
The smoke could be looking to gank for the lone druid with the root. There is some kill potential, or maybe sometimes you just buy these early smokes because you want to start that cooldown. Because if there's 3 sitting in the shop, you want to have those extra smokes for later, so you may as well buy that first one to start the ticker.
It's also the possibility too, right? A little bit of mind game. So if you look over at the hero and you say, oh, he's got a smoke on him, it's possible that when they disappear off the map, everyone plays a little bit more cautiously, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Treads completed now for the anti-mage. Now again, Nisha just happy farming 3.5k net worth.
I like this. He's not being greedy and going for like a super fast Battle Fury. He gets the treads, Wraith Band. He's getting all these basic items to give himself the best possible lane, knowing that if there's kill threat, his lane is easier. And he's going to farm more by spending some early money on these basic items.
It's an exercise in patience for sure. Puppey messing a little bit here, needs to be careful. There's the TP coming out over here by the shrine. Yang trying to just, waste some time. Do have that magic missile. He's in for trouble though now. And he's going to get taken out by Nisha.
Very nicely played. Again, it's so many carry plays that are just going to stay in their lane. Like, okay, Brewmaster left this lane. Great. I'm going to free farm. No, Nisha says, I can get some creeps, get this kill, and then get back to my lane. And it's the fact you're punishing the opposing offlaner, stopping him getting level 6. Because Brewmaster level 6 is where Vici Gaming can suddenly, threaten some towers, take a team fight, and anything you can do to slow down that level 6 is going to go a long way here.
It's just also quite bonus. On top of everything else, you're already having a very good lane, you're already farming quite well. And then if you can cause a little bit more mayhem and get yourself a kill, why not?
I do like
Anti-Mage for that package.
Trolling us all with his quick buy. That's a refresher all queued up.
He's having fun. He's having a good time.
Yep.
Dota 2, it's all about a good time, God.
One of those ones, I wonder if it's intentional, if he just misclicked the wrong Perseverance item. Yeah.
YapzOr definitely just got clicked down, though, coming out here from the Razor.
Yeah. Razor's kind of on a bit of a timer where he needs to be active. He's incredibly strong. Phase boots wand and going for a fast drums. Very likely we see this Razor rotate top soon. Not necessarily to kill the AM, but to bully him out of the lane. You can't just passively farm as a Razor in this game. You need to go to the lane where you can pressure the key enemy heroes. And right now, this OD is not the hero that needs shutting down. It's the AM or the Lone Druid. Lone Druid has a Midas coming out. Has the Midas completed actually, and that is going to be a very fast Midas Radiance if you don't do anything about it.
So would you rather see them try to put more pressure on this Lone Druid or the AM right now?
Oh, and it's one of those tough 50-50 situations. You go to one hero's lane, the other's free farming. Either hero can, win and carry the game. You need to, I would say, prioritize going to one of those heroes' lanes where you can also take the tower and then have your Medusa free farming.
Okay, that's a good idea. They're gonna go pop the Eye of the Storm. Root coming through here over onto mid-1. They follow up with the Impale and they'll burn him down. Paparazzi finds a kill. And that's, I think, exactly, not the 2 targets that you mentioned, but I'm sure he's quite happy with that.
Yeah, it's a rotation for a tower. And that's the key thing here. It's the mid tower while they give up bottom. So, Zai happy to split push. They still need to get this mid tower. They push this a lot slower.
YapzOr might be in a little bit of trouble. Nice value root there on 2, but does have the Mystic Snakes. Mystic Snake bounces right back over there. Now the stun coming out over onto Dusa. She's got to walk herself out. She doesn't have much mana. Will be chased down here. The drums are going to get popped. Can she get herself out in time? The root comes out though from the bear. She's looking like she's going to have to fight her way out, and it's not going to be enough. Mid-1. Slays himself a snake lady.
Yeah, Razor just couldn't do anything except stand and watch. Pop the drum charge the second the courier arrived, but it was too late to save his buddy. And that's Medusa going down. That's the one here you really can't afford to have falling behind. And right now, Secret they're going to go
in for it. Yeah, they go. They pay their attention over onto this Lone Druid. Another really nice route coming out from the Oracle. Yules is going to get used, or the Tornado coming through, throwing up mid one. They just don't want him involved in this fight. Puppey now trying to run himself out is going to just get some of this damage, and they're going to be able to steal some damage off of this OD2. Bear coming right back in again. Paparazzi actually going to get rooted, and they're going to be able to use that Mystic Snake. YapzOr finds himself a kill thanks to that. And in comes the Medusa, joining up again. The stun comes out. Oh, this is not good. They're gonna lose the Brewmaster as well.
It's not good. It's terrible. This is worst case scenario. You're losing the fights kind of 4v5-ish while AM free farm. So if you're ignoring the AM and laying in free farm, that's okay as long as you're winning fights elsewhere and taking towers. They're doing neither of those things. They're losing the fights. The primal split, the big level 6 they were waiting for so long finally comes out. But because of those kills, like AM TPing and trying to kill him, it's just too late. You really need this primal split around the 9-minute mark, ideally 8-minute mark. The fact he doesn't hit level 6 till after 10 minutes is incredibly slow. And Vici Gaming, their draft is just being hit hard with a hammer. They can't really go anywhere right now. They're down 3k gold against a greedy farming lineup where they've got a Midas Lone Druid and an anti-mage.
Oh, Paparazzi, he's made some friends over here. We'll be able to sap some of the damage off the bear. It just feels like that fight over in the mid lane was a bit sloppy, right? They went in there for the fight. Not everybody was there. Obviously, the Deuce was already down, and they decided to use that split, and there just wasn't enough follow-up.
Yeah, they have a damage issue right now, I think, more than anything, where Razor, yeah, you can static link and try to steal some, but a Savage Roar from Lone Druid stopped the follow-up from happening as well. So yeah, there's primal splits there. There's a hero cycloned, the Venge being hit by a boulder toss, but the Razor, the key hero, is being Savage Roared away. That can break the static link.
And they find themselves the OD. I don't think they've got quite enough damage though yet. Can they?
Again, gets away.
It's close. It's very, very close. Did have one charges, of course, and it had to use the drum charge, but...
I love this fast drums from mid one. He knows he's not the carry this game. Like last game, he was like the secondary carry. This game, he's playing basically the 3 position. Both AM and Lone Druid are the guys who are going to do the damage, carry the game. Mid one's going to go selfless, get a drums, maybe a 4-staff. He's going to get all the team-oriented items that they need.
All right, we do see the rotation to the top lane. We're going to have split up and running. We have a haste rune bottle over on Yang. They're going to try to put some pressure on the tower and the AM if possible. Puppey is going to just throw out a couple love taps here.
Yep. Yeah, this is kind of what you're looking for, where you have 2 to 3 heroes pressuring towers while Medusa farms the jungle, although Vici Gaming aren't really committing to this top tower. They have Oracle not here. They also have Nyx down bottom, so they're a bit all over the place.
Not sure you really... Okay, he was thinking about it, wound it up. Puppey now just going to get forced back, as is Nisha, but there's going to be Lone Druid making this rotation again. Paparazzi going to be able to take some of this damage away here from the bear, but they've got the Fierce Spell. The root comes out over onto Yang. Again, he does have himself a haste spin if he's going to be able to use it, and they go and they use that false promise as they chase him around. They're going to fight around a shrine, though. This is never a great idea, in my opinion, although they should be able to find this kill over onto YapzOr. We'll be able to stun him up, burn him down, and Fade finds a kill. So the shrine is down, and this is good, guys. They were able to grab themselves a tower at the same time.
Yeah, Medusa not at the team fight is what you want to see. A team fight where, okay, it's only a Rubik, not the best outcome, but at least you get a kill, you get a tower elsewhere, Medusa's free farming. AM does sneak behind to grab a bounty rune, so some more gold being taken away, and this AM already has a Battle Fury. 15 minutes in, incredibly fast timing, so it's still looking not great for Vici Gaming, but they're much more on the correct page as far as how they're playing.
Oh, the swap comes out over onto Yang. Is he going to be able to make it out to go? And they managed to get that damage not coming over onto Yang. And they'll walk away after that. Yeah. So nice fast fingers coming out from that Oracle. Yeah. Being able to throw out the Fate's Edict.
Yeah, they stuck around a bit too long at top, but Vici Gaming get away unscathed, as they won't be able to get that T1 tower for now. They need to just do the same thing. Next primal split, about 60 seconds from now. Go for another 3-4-man group up down this top lane. Razor and Brewmaster fighting together. Those are your 2 strongest heroes until Medusa completes an item or 2. There's a Manta style, so they may even want to try and force this Medusa down lanes, because a Medusa with Manta is scarier than an AM with Battle Fury right now.
Invisibility.
Being very patient on the side of Vici. We'll show that the Deuce is here with that Manta. Like, trying to see what's happening. Plasma Field comes out. Rubik did steal that though. YapzOr's got his own Plasma Field.
There's about a, I feel like 5-minute window where Vici Gaming right now are much stronger, because Lone Druid is sitting on a bunch of gold towards his Radiance, and AM with just Battle Fury. He needs 2 items. Battle Fury Manta is when AM gets involved, and Radiance is when Lone Druid comes online. So with neither of those items up right now, Vici Gaming need to get as much as possible. They need to take as much map control as they can, as many outer towers as they can. They cannot afford to sit around playing passively right now.
I do like the way that Nisha's playing, though. He's very aware of the fact that his jungle most likely going to be warded, invaded. People are going to be scouting for him, so he's just mirroring as much of the movement as possible.
Yep.
That's quite smart.
And yeah, he's going to play wherever Vici Gaming or not. They push down top tier 1, he was bottom. Split pushing, and if Vici Gaming keep pushing top, going for a tier 2, AM pushes bottom just as fast as the entire Vici Gaming team pushes, because he's an AM. He's going to clear out the entire creep wave and has his own creeps help take the tower. There's no one there defending, so it's very hard for Vici Gaming just to barrel down a lane because of that split push threat.
Right. They do have a split back up and running, and there's a tower. Again, not a very useful tower for them, but there is a tower in the bottom lane, so I'm guessing that might be their next objective. But would you like to see... Now, I know the Nyx is picked up, you know, very specifically for that OD, correct? But would you rather see him kind of trying to stalk that anti-mage, keeping tabs on him? What do you think?
I think because you don't pose a kill threat, it's just not worth it. You're better off playing around the rest of your team. Like, you can see him here. I mean, he's getting scouting info, but he's not looking to set up kills necessarily.
Oh, the smoke!
He sees that smoke, he needs to just run away. Yeah,
oh,
sentries and dust could be used. That's it. That's Nyx's job. Double sentry, yeah.
That's good support right there, yeah?
Yeah.
Both of them.
That's what Nyx is good at.
All right, now this is the problem, is that we have a Brewmaster who is all alone, and in the mid lane, though, they do manage to find the Nyx assassin who's gonna just burn some of that mana. But what's going on with the Brew?
Pop the split, yeah.
Got to pop the split.
Does get him out of there. And we'll see if they can get any towers with this. Does look like they're going to prioritize mid more so.
Well, you've got pressure going out on 2 different towers, so I guess you're pretty satisfied that you are getting things done. It might be not as efficiently as you'd like, but things are indeed happening.
Razor gets a nice chunk of damage here, but doesn't look like he'll be able to do any damage on the tier 2 tower with it. Just backs off immediately afterwards as Nisha is playing in the enemy woods. Very, not just difficult, it's impossible to catch the aim at this point with the items that Vici Gaming have.
And just look at them go.
It's one of those games, if Vici Gaming wins this game, they may not even kill AM. Maybe once in a team fight, or AM really forces it, but he's just unkillable.
That fog, they were so close to each other. They could have sneezed on each other, and they just had no idea.
I mean, this is why this AM last pick fit. I mean, it's less that fits Secret's draft. You see Secret's draft by itself and you're like, that's kind of greedy. It doesn't look like an amazing draft. But then you see what Vici have and you're like, yeah, you want to play AM into Medusa, Brewmaster. These heroes have no catch, no way to kill AM, no real physical damage. At least, I mean, Medusa is, but it's not like burst physical that AM's afraid of. So it's the dream AM game.
What's going on down here? Looks like they found someone that they dropped the sanities and they'll be able to take that Yang. False promise coming out. We'll be able to save the Nyx assassin. But they do lose their offlaner there. And top lane, Paparazzi keeps trying to sap that bear, but just keeps getting feared off.
Yeah, that's where, as much as it's nice being able to static link the Lone Druid bear, the counter goes both ways when you can just Savage Roar to break the link every single time. You don't have to build those 4 staffs as urgently against a Razor when you have Savage Roar.
So I feel like this window where Vici Gaming is really strong is starting to close.
Yep.
Mid one finds himself a Nyx assassin. And YapzOr is going to be able to come over and grab himself that Spike Carapace and take out DY. It's going to be the Brewmaster making his way over, has his eyes over here on mid one. Mid one's in trouble because the BKB is actually going to come out from Paparazzi. He's just going to hang out, take a little bit more damage, enjoy himself as Zai takes himself a tower, but they do end up losing the OD. But in this case, Gods, like you were saying, that's more of a position 3 OD.
Yeah, if AM's free farming and Lone Druid's getting for the map, that doesn't really feel all that great. Vici Gaming also had to commit the BKB on Razor for it, so that's your 10-second BKB being used. It's not really a win by any means. They're not turning it into an immediate tower. They are going to stick around bottom. We'll see if they can get that tier 1, but it's not an easy lane to push.
Oh, again, we get a swap out over here. Oracle going to be able to follow up. Root comes through. Fear coming out as well from the bear. Going to push him back.
He has the primal split, but it's not easy to get in and use it. Zai is just so good at knowing when and how to use this Savage Roar.
DY trying to scout. try to put some more damage on the bear. We'll be able to go hold him into place, sap some of this, the jump forward immediately, but follows up with YapzOr with that. Will go use that split and be able to throw that stone over onto YapzOr as the other pandas still chasing around. YapzOr trying to get himself out. Nice swap coming out here from Puppey. We'll be able to use the fear, run him away right between these two towers. YapzOr now in a little bit of trouble, but that Cyclone gonna throw mid one up into the air. He's gonna try to go back down, and they'll follow up with that nice hail.
That's 2 bears dead.
It's 2 bears, and it looks like it might be a mid one on top of that too. Puppey's still hiding in the trees here. He's trying to do whatever he can, but there's not much that he really is able to do. So he's gonna hide out in the trees. EY thinks maybe he knows someone's here, but where is
he gonna check it out? No.
They might. I mean, Puppey, where's Puppey gonna go right now?
I don't think they know he's here, but they may like try and dig their way in. It doesn't look like it. They think they just have a free tier 2 tower.
Yeah, the TP delivery from the courier. So bit of a sloppy fight, but
yeah, I like Vici's approach. I think they've figured a different way to take these team fights. They decide, look, we can't kill these heroes, but what we can do is kill these bears. Oh, he tried to carapace the Battle Fury. Perhaps the glyph actually stopped the cleave damage? I'm not. I think I don't know if do you still cleave off of glyph creeps? I have no idea. Actually.
I don't know. I'm not sure how that interaction works. That'll be one to go into the lobbies and figure out later.
Yeah. But yeah, they defend the tier 1 tower, but yeah, they're just using Carapace and going on the Spirit Bear. If they take out the Spirit Bear, that's 5k net worth gone. I mean, that's the entire net worth of the Lone Druid, really. That Radiance is... I mean, the bear also has the Midas, like, no bear, and Lone Druid is not a hero in a fight. So they're treating the Spirit Bear like a hero.
We do pick up a Butterfly now completed for Ori, with the Scotty queued up as well.
This is the build I see most Medusas going against anti-mage. You don't go too heavy on the stats items because that just gives yourself a bigger mana pool, and you prioritize this evasion. Anti-mage does not get MKB particularly early and doesn't deal well with the Medusa evasion.
Right.
Same for OD. OD's a hero that doesn't want to build MKB, so evasion this game very effective.
This is not going to be the fastest Roche, but definitely a good objective when you consider that most of these hour towers have been removed for the side of Secret. Despite
Secret having this 4 or 5k gold lead, 8 to 5 kill lead, not really, I mean, that's very low kills for a game 24 minutes in. It feels like Vici Gaming are the ones in control, and it has for at least the last 5-ish minutes. AM will at some point come online, and that's the scary thing. And even if AM doesn't come online to teamfight, how do you deal with the AM split pushing? Anytime you go try push down a lane, AM is going to be plaguing your side lanes, and you just lack that ability to catch and bring him down.
So I guess the name of the game is to try to force him home. Yeah,
force him home, and if he team fights, that could work, because if he's blinking into you, maybe you can kill him, but they're just... I mean, Nyx is your only real catch and stun here. Until what, I don't know, do they have someone to build a Hex? I don't think so, so...
Not for quite a while if they want to go for it, but...
One of those games, Nisha could just 1v5 without even having to come to a team fight.
That's true. Putting some pressure down on the bottom tower. We'll see some pressure being applied to the top.
Yeah. His item build is, going for this Butterfly is less about being able to team fight and more about just maximizing his efficiency when he is split pushing. It's one of the best items as far as just being able to hit towers and split push lanes.
So what would you like to see come out from the side of Vici right now?
Let's see, so ideally they need to find a way to keep these lanes pushed out and then barrel down a lane with this Aegis. I think getting like 1 Boots of Travel on one of these heroes to help deal with the split push would be a great pickup, either on Razor or Medusa. And what we're seeing now is Medusa pushes out the bottom lane while the team push out mid, and they've controlled top lane. AM is at his tier 2 tower top, so they're not worried about the split push for now. Bare minimum, they may be able to start poking at tier 3 towers here, which I think what they're hoping for, but really they just want a team fight. They want to find some way for Brewmaster to find a blink initiation.
Right. This AM is just pushing so rapidly though, but making their way over to the side ground. Mystic Snake going to be able to chip through, and we get the Spike Carapace on Rubik.
He was looking for the Carapace onto the bear. He wanted to Carapace the Radiance again so he could kill the Spirit Bear.
Oh, they actually used the split, and they've got their mid-1.
Wow,
mid-1. I don't know what happened there, but he is out of here. Cyclone comes out. YapzOr now in for some trouble. The swap coming out from Puppey. There's going to be the buyback coming out from OD. They'll be able to take down YapzOr. Puppey also in for some trouble right now. They're diving kind of far though, but they do manage to find a kill. And with that, we do get another buyback coming out from the Vengeful Spirit. They'll turn their attention over onto the tower, but they do have a problem. There's an anti-mage, and this is what we were talking about.
He pushes faster than the entire Vici lineup. You always have to go back to bed. He's taking the tier 3
he's
tower
just taking it. They're not even, they need to probably go home. Someone needs to go deal with this. Yank can only do so much right now because there's, what's he going to do to him?
Admiral Bulldog is sitting backstage grinning right now with what this anti-mage is doing. Who cares about going to fights? Just split push for days. He doesn't need to come to a team fight. He's going to keep on pulling them back, and
he didn't even get the tower.
Yep.
And he took it.
It's very low tier 3 bottom, but yeah, AM gets the win in terms of the building exchange, and the gold lead is getting a little bit close to even. Still feels like a hard game for Secret.
Mid one? Nah.
I'm a bit surprised by this Axe. I love the pickup last game, but I feel like he needed to go for like a 4-staff or even a BKB. I don't think the Axe has the same value this game. Out of Vada, Nisha. I don't think he's in danger of dying, but he also made it. Yeah, when you have no mana, you can't really team fight as well. Yeah. So he's just gonna, he needs to just get out of there, and I think go back to the split push game. Oof.
So the ideal thing to happen, obviously, would be able to pick off Nisha, but it's too hard to pin this guy down. They don't really have a way to do it.
Yeah, you can't make that your game plan because you're gonna just be chasing ghosts at that point. The way, I mean, there is that small chance you catch him making a mistake, but you're just banking on like some very low percentage play that's like, you know, 5% chance you catch him. If you catch him, it's probably on your side of the map. So you kill AM and you're not going to be able to push. You want to focus on getting kills on the enemy side of the map because those are the ones that will open up the game, allow you to take a lane of racks, and that's why they're just ignoring the AM. And
he's just going right back again, though.
Yeah,
that's the issue.
They're going to try to do as much damage as they can, and then they're going to have to TP back to defend.
They got to go through by yeah.
Nyx is already TPing. He's the one hero with the stun, and it's his job just to stun AM as much as possible.
That's what he's working on. It's a stun off. Dusa, she still really wants to get this tower, but it's just not getting that damage. There it is. He'll come out there. It's going to be the AM TPing in. She's going to have to go use the stone gaze. She's banished up, though. They'll go and use the split. Has their eyes over onto the side, but they just want to make sure that they can escort Ori out safely.
Vici only have 3 heroes.
Oh, the jump forward, they're coming out from Yas. Will be able to go grab himself that mana shield. They'll turn their attention. Look at Nisha. He's just chewing through Ori right now. He has no mana left. This is a very dead Ori. Yeah, they'll go ahead and they'll pop that Aegis. Now Yang also in for some trouble. They don't have the full team. They don't have the full kit here. Ori back up and running. Might try to get enough damage over onto YapzOr. We'll be able to find it. And then again, this Brewmaster, he's pretty tanky. He's trying to chase after him. They'll follow up with Paparazzi, trying to take as much damage as he can from the bear. We'll get the fear spell off, root him into place, followed up with that Mystic Snake. It's not going to be quite enough, I don't think, to take down that bear. But with this opening now, they have AM home. They can turn their attention and try to hit these racks, although the AM illusion is doing so much damage over here. Poor Oracle has to try to save himself off, and that's going to be the BKB coming out from Paparazzi as he chased down this bear and probably need to turn their attention over onto these racks.
So good from Vici.
This is looking great right now for them. They're playing very, very disciplined. They forced that TP to come back to them, and we're just seeing this Dusa. All right, she does get swapped back in for a little bit of trouble. She does have the, I think she has the stone gaze back up again, and she makes her way back. Nope, no, I'm just lying. It's 23 seconds left. Though. But she is a big old snail, for sure. They'll turn attention. All right, Razor, False Promise comes out, buys him some more time. Nice positioning coming out from Fate to keep him alive. They take out that one rack. So think about going right back in, though. Ori gonna get banished. He's gonna spend a little nap time over here. They throw down that Cinder Brew, and he's just gonna be able to saunter on out.
I don't think you care about a range racks. You back off now if you're Vici Gaming. You got melee racks while defending your base. There's some bounty runes to pick up. Can they get all 4? Doesn't look like it, as the Spirit Bear TP top. So they'll get 3 out of 4. That's such a classic Anti-Mage moment there, where Anti-Mage forces the TPs back, and then he TPs home to take a 5v3 fight. Problem is, there's an Aegis. So when they go charging in 5v3, Medusa has an Aegis, the Brewmaster pops his Primal Split to control the team fight, and that fight lasts so long that the Razor Nyx, who TP'd home to defend the split push, actually make their way from base all the way back to bottom lane. That's how long that fight lasted, and Vici Gaming, I think they understood that they could TP back and then just run across the map.
This is turning into just a series of very long team fights.
Yeah, I mean, that's where one Boots of Travel would, on Razor would have been amazing, because Razor could TP back to defend and then Boots of Travel in.
Immediately,
it got a little bit dicey because of him having to run across the map. Luckily, he's got phase SMY, so he's incredibly fast. But Boots of Travel makes his life a lot easier. Even so, Vici Gaming, what makes it easy is just playing it perfectly. That was beautiful to watch. That was just strategically the exact move they needed to make.
So I think all eyes are going to be on Roche again, because like you said, having that Aegis gives them a very nice advantage. And also, who is it that said do you have the win condition, which is, to get the Aegis to go high ground? Who is that again? I can't think of the player, but you know, or is the win condition true? I guess is like one thing that they say, right? And having that Aegis, but they go right back in again.
Yeah.
They know that
Razor has Axe. They push very fast now. And this time AM, I think AM's like, okay, I need to commit to the split push, forget the team fight. Until AM has MKB with BKB, I don't think you really team fight that effectively.
I mean, the other thing too, Mid1 has to play so carefully because he and, of course, the Vengeful Spirit. Oh no, this is not looking good for him. He's gonna run himself out. They've got the split. This is gonna be a dieback. Yeah, there's no way that he can get back into that. 72 seconds there. They do not have Mid1 in this fight as Ori focuses
Zai's
down
also
these
split pushing.
And
split pushes very fast.
Gonna TP, but they need to send some more people home. In fact, this look at Ori. He's like, all right, we've had enough here. I think I'm gonna leave, but there's gonna be the lift coming out from YapzOr. He's actually forced them to stay home here. Nisha making his rotation now. He's got the spell shield up. This is gonna be able to go, and he just burns down Yang with that. But they're gonna actually lose Nisha through this. He does have buyback. I don't think he wants a YapzOr trying to run himself away deeper into the base. Is DY going to be able to find this? Is not going to be able to do it. He's taking a lot of damage from this tower. He actually might fall here. There's going to be the jump. Spike Carapace buying him a little bit more time. YapzOr, though, going to be able to stay alive. And we get that split push going on. They lost another tower in that bottom lane.
Again, it's they take racks without losing racks. That is so difficult to do against an AM Lone Druid split push, but Vici Gaming manage their TPs and resources perfectly there. Even though the Medusa gets caught trying to TP home with the Rubik blink lift, she still survives thanks to the Nyx's sacrifice. And Vici Gaming with 2 melee racks advantage are suddenly in a fantastic spot because there's less pressure on them now. They can just sit back, push out these lanes, and wait for that next Roshan.
It's about up in a minute, too.
Yeah.
They're playing this quite well here, coming out from Vici Gaming. Very, very disciplined, and you know, I think the icing on the cake, again, like you said, would be getting those boots of travel just to be able to slow that down, go right back in again, and they're just on a roll right now.
The big thing is Medusa's just itemized and at such a point where she can just stand her ground and fight the AM. When AM blinks in after they cancel Medusa's TP, AM thinks, you know, I can deal with this Medusa. Pops a Mana Void, gets her down very low, but it just isn't quite enough damage.
They don't even have an Aegis right now, guys. They're just going right on in. The jump forward coming out from Yang. Yeah, he's trying to just put more pressure on Mid1. Knows that if he takes him down, he's not coming back up again. Maybe hoping to force that buyback out of the AM. They will get the fort out, though. AM going to be back up at about 5 seconds here. Spike Carapace going to be able to go connect over onto Mid1. And the Scotty doing a decent amount here, but Barrett will try to push him back. Cinnabrew gets thrown down. In comes Nisha swap coming out here over onto Ori. Ori goes, pops his mantle. He's got the BKB too. Puppey just gets obliterated. And he's going right back in again. He's going to be able to take down Nisha. Nisha does not have buyback right now. This is not looking good. YapzOr is going to get burned down, trying to run himself away. He did manage to get his own steal off, and there's going to be the Sandy's Eclipse getting dropped down by the OD, but he's not going to be able to do enough damage to take him down. DY going to be able to walk himself. YapzOr is going to get obliterated here. And now it's not looking great for the side of Secret. They buy back over on the Rubik because they do not have the anti-mage for this, but they're just chewing through buildings right now, gods. They're really hungry. They want to finish this up. They know that they are feeling strong. They don't want to allow Nisha back into this game. 65 seconds still left on his respawn right now. They're going to go right to the bottom, finish it up.
Yep.
And they're going back in again.
I think Secret's out of this game.
I think this might be our first 3 games.
Oh, the Mighty Boy!
They take it.
He took down Yang.
He's going to jump right back in again. DY for some people will be able to get taken down, and now it looks like Razor going to have to run himself back. Ori over here getting feared up by the bear. He's got that Eye of the Storm. Puppey's looking for it. Gets the magic missile. That's a triple kill coming out for Nisha right now. And it's not looking so great now for Dusa. She's trying to fight her way out. She doesn't have it. There's an ultra kill coming up. Fade now also for some trouble trying to just get out. That's the rampage.
Oh, they got Megas, but they're still in it somehow. No buyback on Medusa. Can they push out these lanes?
Nisha's just running down that mid lane.
I thought it was over because he didn't have buyback, but he just barely ticked up enough gold. Like halfway through the team fight, he got the gold from it just through the passive gold gain. And
that is the face of a stone cold killer right there. Oh my word. All right, we still we have a buyback on the Razor. We got buyback on the Brewmaster's going to be up in a couple seconds. They still have that tower in mid.
Brewmaster has no split for a little bit. The split is what can buy you some time for these buybacks to come back into play. We'll have it in about 10-15 seconds or so, but Medusa's buyback is the big one. And
oh, Nisha, he just wants to finish up these buildings.
Yeah, you can't really go for throwing. It's too all in. You just want to try and even up the racks as much as possible. And with Lone Druid AM, you push racks pretty fast. can they get Megas? It's going to be close. They're going to get at least bottom and top. And
they need that Oracle up to at least throw out the disarm over onto the aim at the minimum here, because he's just going. Yeah, look at it. Look at Fade. Fade needs to be careful. Can't get too close to him though, because he's going to get blown up as well. Okay, Yankowski, there's going to be the fear pushing them back. He's going to be able to take the tower. They hit the stun up over onto AM. This is not looking great right now. Of course, they don't have the Deuce though. They're not going to be able to go and just do a ton of damage. Zai trying to run himself away, and look at this right there. He's super swift. Will get feared back stunned up as well, and the root comes out over onto Lone Druid. They're still hot in pursuit. The blink comes forward. This is not good for Zai. Zai's gonna get burnt down. He is out of here. And now YapzOr trying to just run away from DY.
Everyone needs to just back off if you're in Team Secret shoes.
You gotta chill. You gotta chill, boys. But there's a Roshan up, I believe, now.
Yeah, but I don't know if they can contest easily with losing Lone Druid and the buyback stats.
I'm saying this
so
is
dicey.
This is Vici's time to shine.
Absolutely.
Get in that pit, boys.
They're getting Aegis and Cheese, and they're gonna go try end this game potentially before Lone Druid comes back. They do rosh a little bit on the slow side. Medusa not known for fast roshing. And the problem is Razor with Ag's Refresher is going to be such a pushing beast. He pushes so incredibly fast with the double ultimate that hits buildings that you've got to be afraid for your lives. Has that level 20 talent where you get the extra Storm Strike interval as well. Oh. Can Team Secret defend? And even when Lone Druid respawns, there's only going to be one Spirit Bear for these fights. It just feels like the Spirit Bear is just food for Vici Gaming to kill. A Carapace into Impale, and the Spirit Bear just dies. So it's very hard for Secret to defend.
Nisha, he knows he's got to go home. This is it. This is the final stand, I think, for Secret. If they can hold, it's going to be great. DY, he finds an opening. He's thinking about it. We'll be able to go land over onto Nisha. Nisha's in trouble. Going to be able to root him up. BKB comes out, though, and he's got to run himself away into the wall. Paparazzi, he goes and uses that refresh. He's just obliterating this. There's so much going on the backside, but the most important thing is the Throne Gods. And look at it, it's going down. Ori just paying attention. They have no idea. Yeah, exactly. They're like, all right, that's cute. Throw your spells at us. We got this.
Yep. And Secret's
and just like that,
21-game win streak comes to an end.
The mighty must fall sometimes, and it looks like Vici Gaming, they're here. They made it through a